Hey, how's it going? I'm Natalie, for anybody that doesn't know me, and I am here today to talk to you about a topic that was requested by one of my Facebook group members, that being the topic of self-sabotage. And I have decades of experience with self-sabotage, so I feel like I might have something to contribute to this conversation. And ironically enough, I'm actually going to be spending this entire weekend at a life coaching retreat, all on the topic of self-sabotage. So as I learn more, I will pass it along to you guys. But here it is in a nutshell. What we call self-sabotage in the self-development world is called buffering. Buffering is when you take some artificial thing and substitute it over top of some negative emotion that you are trying to avoid, something unpleasant that you don't want to experience, or when you're trying to artificially create a positive emotion or experience that is missing from your life. So, for example, a lot of people will buffer with food or alcohol or drugs, social media, shopping, spending money, gambling, porn, anything that is a distraction that we use to take our minds off of what we are experiencing that we don't want to. So, there's lots of different ways to buffer, and a lot of times it's such an automatic thing we don't even realize that we're doing it. For example, this morning when the alarm went off and I was supposed to get up and go do my run, I laid in my bed for 30 minutes playing on social media on my phone. That is buffering, procrastinating, delaying, because guess what? I did not want to get up and go do my run. So once again, as a consequence of my buffering, I ended up going out and doing my run in the heat, in the sun. It's 80 degrees here in South Florida, so those are the consequences. And by getting up and making myself do it anyway, I am trying to train myself to not do that anymore. Work in progress. So anyway, again, when we buffer, we are trying to smother some unpleasant emotion. We're trying to find relief from stress. We're trying to alleviate anxiety, or we're trying to artificially create a sense of happiness, peace, contentment, whatever that is possibly missing from our lives. So we buffer because we're stressed. It's the end of a stressful day. Somebody said something snarky to you and you stewed about it all day, or you come home and you're bored, or you're lonely, or whatever the reason. We have a habit of reaching for food, alcohol, TV, Netflix, social media, whatever it is. So that's ideally the end point that we want to get to, is the ability to sit with those unpleasant emotions and not have to distract ourselves, and be able to kind of, put our energy towards creating a solution at the root cause, not distracting ourselves. But how do we get there? So we can create some intermediate steps along the way, because it's really hard to change our habits. And for most of us, these habits have been in place for decades. And, our whole life, we kind of develop these coping skills, and that's what we just kind of automatically return to anytime we're in an uncomfortable situation. So creating a new habit is going to involve, sorry for the sweat, creating a new habit is going to involve a period of awkwardness and discomfort. And eventually we are just going to have to learn how to get through that so that we can come out on the other side. The more you return to your habit of buffering and distracting yourself, the more you're reinforcing that habit, and the more likely that you're going to do it again next time. So, if I practice the habit of social media scrolling for 30 minutes in bed every morning, then that's what I'm going to do next time the alarm goes off, until I train myself to just kind of get up, even though I don't want to, go out, do what I'm supposed to do, and then I can play later. So we need to kind of create a ladder to get there, because that's a big step to take all at once. So the way our brains work is we work for a reward. There has to be something in it for us. It's, anything we do for a reason, because we get something out of it. And it may be something positive, it may be something negative, but that negative thing still provides us with temporary relief. So when I'm eating, Sorry, checking for fire ants. When I am eating at night after dinner, when I'm not hungry, that is a temporary distraction. It's a momentary hit of pleasure in my brain that is sabotaging my weight loss. When our goal is something that seems far off, for me, it's losing that last 5 pounds. For somebody else, it might be getting out of debt or not spending 4 hours a day on Facebook. Whatever it is, you have to kind of provide yourself a reward that's going to happen today, because that far off distant reward that's going to happen a month from now or 6 months from now or a year from now, it's just not enough to motivate us to go through that discomfort of not sitting with our habitual daily distraction. So here's an example of, this is how I broke myself of the habit of snacking after dinner when I wasn't hungry, because trying to lose weight. So I gave some thought to why I'm doing this. What is it that I'm trying to avoid, or what artificial emotion am I trying to create to relieve whatever negative emotion that I'm feeling at the end of the day? And a lot of it for me, there's multiple reasons, but a lot of it for me was just looking for relief, kind of trying to unwind from a really long, hard day, and just to provide myself with something that is entertaining and something that I can use to, just kind of distract myself. So instead of eating, I started playing virtual reality games. And that gives my brain the little mental vacation, the stress relief, and the distraction that I was looking for, without any calories. So in a very short period of time, I kind of shifted the thing that I was looking forward to at the end of the day, from having that snack after dinner to, oh goody, I get to go play a game and have some fun. It didn't take very long to make that shift, and I'm still kind of getting that stress relief, that entertainment that I was looking for, without eating over it. And this is not an ideal solution. This is the next step along the way to just being able to sit with the discomfort of those negative emotions and create a better solution for myself. But whatever way it is that we are sabotaging ourselves, just kind of spend some time thinking about what am I trying to escape? What am I trying to find relief from? Or what emotion am I trying to create when I do this? And once you realize, because for a lot of it is subconscious, once you realize what it is that you're trying to accomplish, that's a huge step along the way to finding a permanent solution. So self-sabotage is something I think everybody struggles with in one way or another, and it's not something that we're going to solve in one day. It takes practice, and it takes many, many repetitions, and it takes a lot of self-awareness. So, studying to be a life coach. So if you want some help, reach out to me, and we'll see if we can come up with a solution for both of us. So check out my Facebook group, Live Without Limits, and hit me up if you have something on your mind that you want to talk about. That's what I'm here for. All right. Take care, everybody.